going on? It is DanaSimone, the host extraordinaire and the founder of the Female Masterpiece Movement. I am been on the move today. You might have seen me earlier today at another event, and I am now at my second event and very excited to be here. It's a book launch for a very, very, very awesome woman. Her name is Kenyatta Scott, and she just published a book, and we are at her book launch today, and we want to tell you a little bit about this book. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, another book? Yes, another book, but it's another awesome book. It's another reason why you should grab this book. We really need to know about this book. This book has a purpose. It has a meaning behind it. It has all kinds of things in it that will help with engaging with your family, engaging with your children. It has a moral story even for you. So I want you guys to meet the author, Kenyatta Scott, so she can tell you more about this book and tell you more about the focal point of this book, Violet. All right, you guys? So I'm glad you guys are joining me on Periscope. I know it's been a while. Don't start calling me out on the comments, because I know y'all saying something about me in the comments. So just join me for a little while, and I thank you guys for being here. And if you can, please share this out on Facebook as well as Twitter. Y'all know how we do. And of course, show her some love, give her some hearts, tap the screen, tap the screen. I duly appreciate it. All right, so Kenyatta, I am so excited about this book. Now, being an author myself, you know, I'm like totally loving when other people write books, when they have that story within their heart and in their soul, and they just want to share that with other people. So tell me a little bit about you. I know you're CEO and you're a boss lady. Tell me something about you.
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm humbled and just glad to be here. So thank you first and foremost, Dana. So yeah, so just a little bit about me. Like you said, I am a founder and CEO of Let's Talk Incorporated, and under that company, I wrote my children's book. So it's going to be the Violet series, and then this is the first book in the series of Violet Finds a Dollar.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Nice. And you said this is part of your company as well that you started. So it's going to be a series of how many?
You know, I don't put a cap on it.
Until you keep going, right?
People have asked that, but I don't put a cap on it because I just can't say how many books God has stored up inside of me. And I think as long as the need is there, Violet will be there.
Absolutely. I love that. I definitely love that. Now tell us about Violet.
Yeah, so Violet is a fun-loving 6-year-old little girl. She loves daddy-daughter time. She loves spending time with her entire family, but in particular, she loves spending time with Dad. And they kind of work together and just kind of bounce off one another as far as like just the lessons that he's able to instill in her in a way that still shows like love and care.
Now, Violet, you picked the name Violet. Now, my favorite color is purple. Everybody knows my favorite color is purple. Everything, my logo, my theme, the brand, everything is purple, right? Why was there a reason? You know, purple means royalty. Purple means greatness. And was there a reason why you picked Violet as?
Okay. My favorite color is blue. So that's a fun fact about me. And so one of my girlfriends, I was kind of bouncing names off of her, and she has named her children, and they all have like beautiful names.
Wow.
And so I was just kind of bouncing some ideas off of her, and she will be here tonight.
Nice.
And this is like my thank you back to her, but this is the name
that
she gave this character.
That's awesome. Yes. That is so awesome. When I saw that name, I was
she doesn't want any credit. So
oh, really?
Name, but
so we're going to have to bust her out when she gets here. Y'all know how I do Periscope. Nothing sacred. So tell me this. Inside the book, you said it's a moral book. There's a story behind what's taking place, and why that? Why a morality story versus, you know, just something humorous or just a little levity or something just a fly by night?
You know, great question. So when I was writing the series or starting the first book, right? When I was starting the first book and thinking about what it is that I would like this to accomplish or what it is that I want to do with this, I want to say the story just kind of came out organically. It came out organically, and I think that it really drew upon my child development background, the work that I do with children. I'm also a speech therapist, and I service kids on the west side of Chicago. I didn't mention that before, but you know, like that's kids are the reason why I do what I do. And going into some of the homes and just a need is there, right? A need is there for a little bit more, and guidance and just things that are important and necessary to, I believe, help kids get from A to B and kind of like doing the right thing, even when it may not be the easy thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And those are those choices that are really hard. It's like, how do I make that choice? We talk about choices all the time with our kids, and then it's like that one wrong mistake that you can make can just change your life. It can just it can be a chain reaction. You just never know.
Yes.
A couple things that resonated with me about the book, and that is a lot of African Americans, they always say we don't read. And you decided to write a book, and it's like, whoa, that's kind of risky. Two things: our kids have trouble going through life, and then when they get to high school, we find out when it's time for graduation time, college time, ACT time, AP classes time, that a lot of our kids are having trouble reading and comprehending and writing because we have so much of the devices. So in your book, you have attracted and sent us to a point where we have to actually sit down with our kids, answer some questions, engage with them, and they have to think things through in some of these questions, which is the same thing that they do on the tests, AP exams and that kind of thing. And so I like how we're bringing this up at such an early age, that we're trying to get our kids now to think and to read and to comprehend. And I know that's been your goals as far as that comprehension, that engagement. So tell me a little bit about that, because that jumped out at me right away.
Oh, I'm so glad and happy to hear that.
Yes.
So yes, there's a focus and a strong component on reading comprehension. Like you said, a lot of that is lacking in today's society with like our young kids, because they are so connected to the internet and just kind of immediate gratification, and wants to see like what happens right now. Let me skip to the end, and then when it's time to take the test, there is not really a huge focus on, well, did I listen to the entire story, and what did I learn from it exactly? So with this book, yes, and this series, it really pushes the child and pushes the parent, where they both have to be active participants in this. So the child is listening and learning and paying attention, and it would be my greatest hope that, yes, a child would say, oh, I'm faced with this decision. Well, what did Violet do? I read something that was similar to this in a book. And so they're able to recall like what they read first and foremost, but then at the end, yes, there are certain questions at the end that really expose the child a little bit more to their parent to see what they're really thinking as well and what they picked up.
Wow.
And so yes, reading comprehension, parent involvement, just that overall engagement with the child, and doing the right thing fun.
Yeah. You heard it here first. WWVD. What would Violet do? Hashtag. You heard it here first with Kenyatta. So tell me, what's next? Like, you said that you want, more engagement. That's like a purpose and a goal. What's next? What's the bigger dream? What's the dream bigger part of Kenyatta in your series, and how we want this book? Because I see this book getting in the hands of a lot of educators.
Amen.
I'd like to see educators bring this as part of their curriculum, as part of either an after-school program, somehow or another introduce this into the forum of getting things like this in the hands, in our classrooms, in our school districts, because things like this, that it's important. It has that comprehension, like you said, that engagement. In a lot of books right now, they kind of lack that, and we don't have things like that as part of the curriculum at the school. So I truly see this as being part of after-school programs and different things, and a lot of different investors and corporate donors to really pick this up and use this as, like, we can donate these to a lot of kids who may not have books, or they can't afford books, or in neighborhoods where they don't have libraries anymore. I know some people don't realize that some libraries are going away, but maybe some corporate sponsors would take this and donate this to certain communities. That would be amazing. All right, I'm putting that out in the universe, okay, people?
Yes, I received that.
Yes. So what's next? Tell me your dream bigger.
All of the above. So, like I said, my prayer, or overall prayer for this series is that it can help bring families closer together, that it can make reading fun for children, and that children are able to just see themselves in the eyes of Violet and her brother Derek and the family, and just, you know, encourage them, even by me writing the book, to dream bigger, right? That it is a testament to what you can do when you step out on faith and you are no longer afraid, and just move boldly into your future. So my dream is that it will just go as high as God will have it be placed in the right hands, have it be in the schools, correct, have it be in the churches, be in our community, be in all communities. I want it to be all inclusive. I want no one to feel like they can't, you know, like learn from this book and relate to the book.
Absolutely. Do you see any of yourself in Violet?
You know,
probing
a little bit, yes,
Yeah.
a little bit. Like there is the side of her that is so adventurous, and just so kind of like spur of the moment. Like, okay, you know, sitting here doing what Dad said, and then wait. Okay, that over there.
Squirrel.
And then kind of like her own thoughts and her own mind kind of takes over, and just that excitement that she has about life overall. She just goes for it full force, and that reminds me of
because you're not afraid to dream, and neither is Violet.
And dream big, like you said, the big dream for the book. Oh my goodness, like I said, you know, I could see series and
Absolutely.
all the schools and libraries everywhere, perhaps even on film.
Right.
Who knows?
Hey,
Who knows? The sky is
hey, films. We like that.
Yes.
Anything you want to tell the viewers out there about Violet, your book, your mission, your purpose, something to the families? Like, how do we convince the families that this is right for your household, that this is something that I strongly believe that you should do this with your child? It doesn't take that long, people. Look, it doesn't take that long.
Right.
But the impact that you will have on such a comprehensive, well put together and thought out plan for your family, it won't take that long.
So I'm going to turn to one of my favorite pictures to help with that, right? Give you guys
Goody.
a little bit of a
Illustrations
visual in here. So this is one of my favorite photos.
Nice.
So there's Violet and her dad, and she's not so happy, but look at Dad. You know, he's looking like, I am trying to and going to like lead you in the right direction because I love you, and even if you're sad, this is still something that is so important for you to learn. So I think that I would encourage the families to get this book in your homes, because, like I said, it will make doing the right thing, when it's not always the easy thing, fun. It will cause kids to, I believe, think twice about whether or not they want to maybe perhaps go along with the status quo versus what would, like you said, what would Violet do? I think that this book will encourage. So the feedback that I'm already getting is that the kids are asking their parents to read it again and again to them. And so not only is it like morally based, that it's fun for children, that it has all these components that the parents love, but the kids love it as well. The kids are really enjoying this book, and I'm getting great feedback that it's actually well written. You know, it's actually well written. And I draw upon my background in child development at Yale University, as well as the experience with the community, going into homes where maybe they don't have as many things, but there's love there. And so I'm drawing upon all of that and pouring all that love back into this story and back into Violet. So I would encourage everyone to check us out. The book can be purchased exclusively on www.thevioletbookseries.com. Violet has Facebook, Violet has Instagram, and Violet has a lot more coming. There will be like products attached to Violet as well. So you can go on there, sign up for our newsletter, and just be able to also stay abreast of everything that the Violet series will have to offer you. And just know that this is founded in love, based in love, and that when you are purchasing, you're pouring back into an atmosphere of love.
I love it. I love it. Periscope, I hope you guys are loving that too. Facebook, I hope you're loving that too. Violet got her own little social media platform already, right? That's awesome. I am so elated. You guys have no idea how much I'm elated about this book. I'm so excited for you. I am so excited. This has been awesome. Thank you for sitting here with me and getting this out here. I am so excited. I cannot wait till the next series. So you guys, thank you for joining me. I am so glad that you got to meet Kenyatta. This has been the most wonderful, wonderful time of my week so far. So you guys, please go out and purchase this book. It doesn't take much. Families, here's your opportunity to engage. My 16-year-old at home, we're going to read this together. Yeah, we're going to read this together, and we're going to talk about it and get her perspective on it as well. So I think you guys should do that too. Please share this out. Tell your friends who have young kids as well. Thank you, Miss Kenyatta.
You're very welcome. And what are you about to do now? Tell all your fans.
Oh my God, getting married. Oh God.
Yes, you're getting married.
Yes, I am getting married next year. Yeah, I'm getting married next year. Yes.
But what are you about to do in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
I know, right?
Are you going to be at an exclusive event interview?
Exactly.
Maybe
so
she's
you
going to
guys
try and find the person in the crowd that named Violet.
Yes, because you know I got to be on the. Now that you told me about her and she don't want to be known, I'm going to be on the prowl trying to find her. So who's the Violet namesaker, right? That's what the hashtag is going to be in a minute. So yes, I am at this private event, you guys. I can't tell you where I'm at. The location is not even on. So I am at this private event, and we are going to get started here with her book launch. We're going to have book readings. We got raffles. There's awesome food. I'm not going to tell you who did the food, people, but there's awesome food. It is so amazing in this place. So you guys might come back. She might let me go live again, but I'm going to do some more interviews so you guys can get some reactions. You can hear from people who've read the book and that kind of thing. And then I'm going to find out who named Violet. Absolutely. So you guys have a great evening. I will see you in a little bit. This is DanaSimone, your favorite host extraordinaire and the creator of the Female Masterpiece, signing out. Love you guys.